Hi guys, it's 21st of November here in the UK, start of another week, Monday morning, and I have a 1983 Range Rover two-door in this week. It's having some work done, not a full interior, some off-the-shelf parts fitted, and at the minute I've just started, or will just be starting on the headlining. You can see it's been removed, it's on the bench now. Two-part headlining, made from fiberglass, but one of the parts has got a bit of an issue. The front is alright, it's all the holes have kind of been abused over the years, let's say, and they're a little bit bigger than they should be, but they'll be okay. But the major issue is this rear piece here. I'll move this piece out of the way so you can see the rear piece better. So the rear piece has a ginormous crack through it. Someone has tried to repair it. They've put fiberglass on the back, but they've kind of misaligned it. It should be a little bit closer together here, and you can see here it's not got anything here. There's no resin in these bits here. So what I'm going to have to do is, so I don't want to grind all the fiberglass off the back of the headlining and realign it if I can, and then refiberglass it. It's sturdy enough, but it's just not great. So I will make some resin up. I'll fill as much as I can into the void. I'll clamp it where I can and then weight it in the places that I can't clamp it, and try and get it back to a better shape than it was. And then I'll just surface the top. I'll just grind it down, sand it down, get it to be as flat as possible, and then I can start to put the fabric on this. So I'll do that first. I'll put the resin on this, clamp it all, let it cure. While I'm doing that, I will get on with the front part. I can start headlining that. So I've got the headlining now on the bench. It's been prepared, so I've given it a really good sand down and a wipe over with thinners just to get rid of any residue, make the surface good for gluing. Glue is a bit like paint. It needs to be able to stick to surface, both surfaces. Foam glue sticks really well. Some surfaces that are painted onto fiberglass don't stick very well. They may have a release agent in them as well, so they need a good sand down. So hence this has been sanded down. So I'm going to start. I've obviously cut the fabric as well. I'm going to start by doing this half. So I'll do this half, but I won't do these side pieces here. I'll just do up to the edge of them. So I'm just pushing the fabric down, just working all the way. Spin it around. There you go. So I've just put some plastic down to protect the piece that I've just glued down. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to work up to this part here and then do this bit last. But still, I'm not going to glue down the edges yet. I'm just going to work in this centre bit. So I've just put a little bit of plastic down because I don't want it to stick to where the plastic is. So I want to bring as much of the fabric now that I've got here. I don't know if you can see that. So I've got excess fabric here and same here. And I want that excess fabric to actually end up in these bits here. So I'm going to do these bits first. Same with that bit. I'm just going to pull these back a little bit now. And you can see I've got a few little lumps of fabric here, so I'm going to try and bring these this way a little bit. Now it's just a matter of teasing the fabric the way you want it to go. You can get rid of a lot of these bits of fabric that are where the excess is. You can just manipulate it. So I know now, so I want some excess here in the centre. So I'm going to start to bring whatever I've got that way. I'm going to again make sure this bit now that I've just put down is well pushed down. Don't just expect the glue just to hold it and it be there forever if you don't actually make sure it's there. It's just the last bit now. So now I need to, obviously you can see there's excess fabric along this edge here. So if I pull this way, it will get rid of most of those. Again, I'm not going all the way to the end. So just pulling forwards will stretch those out. Spin it. Sometimes when I'm spinning it, you see the light differently and you can tell whether a part is glued down properly or not. So I'm going to do this bit first. This is the trickiest bit, right in this corner. And then this little ridge, I don't know if you can see that little ridge here and here. And I can pull out what I need to. I'm just going to work down the edge. And do this the same way, this tricky part first. And just teasing it into the corner. We'll do the same here. And we'll stretch that this way to get rid of the excess there. Make sure everything is well stuck down. I'm going to flip it over. And then I can glue the edges over. I'm going to leave the little ones. I'll use a soldering iron for the little round ones and all the holes. But yeah, when it comes to knife blades for this kind of job where you're cutting through fabric, the cheap blades are the best. The expensive ones, they might last a little bit longer, but some of them don't have the initial sharpness that you need. Whereas these cheap ones that I buy, they're less than £9 for 100 of them. And I found they're about the best. Get silicone on the blades. I'm just going to trim off what I don't need. So I'm just running my hand along the edge and my thumb is guiding the fabric over. I'm not trying to pull it over in one go, just working backwards and forwards. There we go. That piece is done. I need to put the holes in, but because the holes were quite ambiguous about where they are, because they've been so worn out, I'm not going to put a lot of the holes in yet. I'm going to just put the bigger holes that I know are right in. So I'll put that to one side now, and then I can get on with the bigger one. So the rear part has now been prepped. I've filled this piece in here with some body filler. It's still got a bit of a ridge in it. I don't think you'll notice it when the headlining fabric's on there and it's in the vehicle. You can feel it with your hand, but it's obviously a smooth ridge, so it's not an obvious peak to it. So the fabric should even that out. So I'm going to do the same with this one as I did with the front piece. Do it in two halves. Well, I'll probably a half and then do each corner separately on the back end, and then sort out the middle afterwards. So yeah, I'll need to now cut the fabric for this.